So, I am here to share with you an NFL TV schedule and the maps update for Week 6, 2025. There's not a TV schedule update that's announced like early, like couple weeks in advance. Usually, or at least a little bit in advance with the flex schemes, like from like the 1 Eastern window to 4:25 Eastern window. Or from like 4:05, maybe 4:25, or stuff like that. Usually that, or like flexing like Sunday night to Monday night, Thursday night footballs. That's usually done in advance. However, with the maps, that they get released by like the TV networks, like the TV networks, CBS and Fox. They tell the stations like what game you're airing, and then they tell them what game you're on, and then they get it, and then the networks, if they want, they can request to switch the game. Usually, the a lot of TV networks do not switch the games, but sometimes they will choose to switch the games based on what the people want, in that area, stuff like that, or just like maybe like new interest, or who knows. I know people might ask like this game, maybe you might have it. Some games it would be either or, like to please like the fans in this area. I watch like my Green Bay Packers fans. I'm in Wisconsin, so you can get either Minnesota Vikings normal. Then there's Green Bay Packers fans that watch the Minnesota stations, like I do. I'm not a Green Bay Packers fan, but I watch the Minnesota stations in Wisconsin mainly. So they do that to please that. But so then sometimes you just get random games and they switch. Based on maybe like college rooting interests or fans, what they want to see the best. So who knows? CBS earlier we have Cedar Rapids, Iowa went from LA Chargers at Miami to Cleveland at Pittsburgh, the feature game. And it's 3-2 LA Chargers. I believe it's Miami is winless. On the year, I want to say Miami is winless, aren't they? Oh, they're 1-4. They beat the Jets. That's right. And then the CBS late window. Next with Tennessee went from San Francisco at Tampa to Cincinnati Green Bay. That was on Saturday. And then Erie, Pennsylvania was going to show Cincinnati Green Bay for the AFC North viewing area. That was the AFC North viewing area. However, they have decided to go against that and show San Francisco at Tampa Bay. And then the featured game. And then Baltimore and Salisbury, Maryland, Nashville, Chattanooga, and Tri-Cities, Tennessee, Keep Jerome, Missouri. We're all slated to show Cincinnati, Green Bay. And the Maryland areas were slated to show that game because it was the AFC North viewing area for Cleveland, Cincinnati. And then Keep Jordan, Missouri was slated to show that because it was for the people in Illinois. They wanted to see the NFC North viewing area for the Green Bay. However, they all went switched to Tennessee. I don't know why they get the AFC North viewing area. But then San Francisco Tampa Bay, they showed to featuring. In Maryland, I understand it because Baltimore's 1-4, could be 1-5. Their season's going downhill to nothing, completely downhill. So I can see that one. With all the injuries they've been having, Lamar Jackson, so I can see why, So, and then the Fox window, San Francisco and Fresno, California, were slated to show. Dallas at Carolina, however, they decided to show the Los Angeles Rams at Baltimore game. And it's in a very little small area because it's only in here. I believe that's Harrisburg, HBD, Baltimore, and Maryland, Washington D.C. area for the Baltimore fans, the minimum, and then the St. Louis area for the St. Louis, Missouri area, because when the Rams moved to St. Louis as the St. Louis Rams, and then they moved back to Los Angeles as the LA Rams. They moved back there, so there's just those St. Louis Rams fans in St. Louis area. So they decided to show that on Sunday. But then, yeah, so I don't blame them. But yeah, other games. But yeah, and then San Francisco and Fresno. They decided to show because they're more than maybe the extended Rams areas, or the AFC, just general watching interest for maybe like the NFC West area, LA Rams, and San Diego, California. He said the San Diego, California was slated to show LA Rams at Baltimore, and they decided to switch to Tennessee, Las Vegas in the late window. And the reason why, usually it's just for the home team. The away team doesn't have to do that. The away team doesn't usually have to show. I mean, this time they weren't slated for the late window game. I mean, I guess Boston was. And they had the home team for New England, and then Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Yep, that makes sense. But the San Diego, California wasn't, because they were wanting to show the LA Rams game to please all the LA Ram fans, if there are any, in the San Diego area. However, they said to show Tennessee, Las Vegas, and that's the Chargers, San Diego. The Chargers used to be playing San Diego as the San Diego Chargers, as a lot of people remember. And then they moved to the Los Angeles area. And a lot of the sports teams, secondary sports teams, I mean, I know you have the Padres in San Diego. You have I know the Clippers now have their own arena. They used to share with the Lakers, but now I believe it's not in LA. It's more like outside of LA a little bit area. So yeah, they're doing it. So they're showing Civ LA jersey maybe. So instead of San Diego, please just having the Rams fans can watch game in one channel, and the Chargers fans can watch game in the other channel at the same time. They're doing it to where they switch to the late window, Tennessee, Las Vegas. It usually doesn't happen, especially like that, they might especially when the Jets Giants, they play at the same time, or like the Rams and Chargers play at the same time on two different channels. They'll usually wave the same window when it's in the opposite channel, like Miami area, or the Orleans area, or Boston, or Cleveland, Pittsburgh. They have to show Tennessee, Las Vegas in the late window, in the immediate area, in the immediate simulcast area. They have to show the late window on the opposite channel. on the opposite channel that the game wasn't on, So